Hello, this is Kirby Meister 2, and this has been a quite of a ride with this marathon. I didn't imagine that I would go this far. Sakura Wars 2 was one of the greatest experiences from this series. Unfortunately, that the Sega Saturn died, which they left a mess for the company, Red Company, and Sega Saturn to work with the third on the Sega Dreamcast. Things weren't also looking right, as the Dreamcast was unfortunately going to die. Hiroi, unfortunately, was at a cross end, and because of this, Sega told his company that that things would have had to be different if the series would have gone onto the Dreamcast. Hiroi decided that to finally end the series for the fans that have adorned this series. On 2002, the last game, the fourth installation of the series, would be on the Dreamcast, called Sakura Wars 4 Fallen in Love Maidens.
Ichiro, since the last game, has returned from Paris to Tokyo. Like every time he comes to a new place, he brings destruction as a new evil force that is the spirit of Okubo Nagayasu is terrorizing Japan because he is angry for some reason.
No problem. The Hanagumi can...
So all the members get affected by gold mist that comes from the golden kobu he controls, and he almost defeats them.
Well, no problem. At least the Flower Division can help with them to defeat all the underbelly of the... He's the only villain in the game? No, that can't be right. That can't be right at all. No, I mean, he has... Check it right. There's only one disc. Well, two, but the other one is for something else. I don't even know, but it's only one disc. I guess this game is going to be short. I mean, it's probably going to have 6 chapters if it's only going to be... There's 3 big acts, and they are lengthy as hell because there are no save points in them.
Ichiro just talks to all the crew members as they talk about Les Miserables, can't pronounce it, love, because that's what the play is about, and who he's gonna fall in love with. Hold on. So, Ichiro, based on the bad misfortune that he mentioned, love, has to decide which person out of the 2 factions he will fall in love with. Well, it's obviously gonna be someone from the Hanagumi, because that's the most time players have experience with. I also have to mention that this game imports all the previous saved data from the last games, so there will be a love triangle of which characters he built a farther relationship with. Getting past that, I haven't delved into the battle system, so I might as well. The reason why is that there aren't that many battles, and the battles don't really matter in this game because of that, and all the stuff from the previous game comes back in this one. The really important thing overall is, well, get ready for the longest read ever. The game also looks like the third game in how characters, scenery in the visual novel, and strategy modes and 3D animations look. There are a few slight additions, like the theater getting an elevator because the Chate Noir had one, so why not the theater? At least I didn't get myself lost this time because there's just only one setting, and that's the theater. Thank God for that. How about the voice acting? Yeah, it's good and it's there. Look, there's nothing to complain, but nothing has changed for the worse. But nothing has been added for me to remember from this game. The only thing that was memorable was just the intro song, and that's it. Alright, despite me sounding mostly negative in this review, I didn't really hate this game. This game was meant to be a love letter to the fans as the series would be dying off from the Sega platform. I am glad Hiroi stuck to his guns to make this game with the time he was given. Despite how lengthy the dialogue is compared to the others to hamper how much combat there would be, it's a great story that celebrates the success of the series with its huge cast and rewards those that stick to it to the finale. That's why I do recommend it for that reason, but not for the reason of being a good game, but for being a good ending to a very beloved series.
And it's a shame that things happened like they did. The Sega Saturn didn't live long enough. This Dreamcast was on its deathbed after the second year because of a lot of things, and yeah, it seems like Hiroi and Red Company would have loved to continue on this series had things not ended. The series seems like it would have continued going throughout different places of the world, as Hiroi and his company were already influenced by the beautiful sights of Paris. But no, that's how this series ended. Eventually, Hiroi and Red Company would make a fifth game for the PS2 and for the Wii, but unfortunately it was coming at a time that the fandom was just slowly dying. Events in life are weird. Back in 2012, I seen these characters before, but I had no idea. Back in late 2015, I just got my Dreamcast, and ever since I've been collecting for the Dreamcast, I saw this series and thought, hey, those two main characters, Isuro and Sakura, they look pretty familiar, so I decided that I would play these games out of respect for a franchise I've never heard before that Sega had for this crossover game. And thank you, Hiroi, thank you, Red Company, for this experience. Thank you so much for these games. You and your company should have deserved more. It just came at a bad time, at a bad place. if things would have been different, the series would have been on the levels of Pokemon, Kirby, Mario, but because of how things went, that's never going to be a thing. I wish things like that wouldn't have happened, and I despite all my ramblings, despite all my anger, thank you so much for these games. For those that are watching, thank you for watching this marathon of games. I'm just thankful I had this experience, and I'm not really trying to bullshit on this. I'm really thankful and appreciative for this series. I'll see you later.